Okay, so one thing I'm gonna say is that Elvis Presley was a white guy with sideburns, and he dressed like a black guy. He was a white guy, and he dressed in these like disco clothes, and he was had a guitar. Look at that's how they got their Johnny Bravo from Cartoon Network. Johnny Bravo was like Elvis. I love Johnny Bravo. I remember watching every episode of the Johnny Bravo show back in 2008. From Cartoon Network. I had to watch every episode of Johnny Bravo because I'm a huge fan of Elvis Presley. His music is good, but I'm gonna tell you one thing: Elvis Presley has stole is a copycat because black people were the first ones to do country music, and rock music was created by black people, and he stole it. And this is not just going back to Elvis Presley. This is going back to Eminem. Eminem is a rapper, right? Rappers were black people who rapped in the 80s. Eminem was obsessed with black music. He studied it. He listened to a lot of black music. And he wrote it. That's how Eminem has become a multimillionaire. So there has been not to pick on them, but a lot of white people steal from black people when it comes to entertainment, and when it comes to music, rap music. First we create rap music, then we have it stolen. Now there's a lot of white rappers right now who are rapping and who are famous. We wouldn't. I mean, you got Elvis Presley, you got Eminem. Both of these are white guys, and they kind of copycat black people. Elvis Presley was well loved. I mean, nobody had ever seen it. Nobody didn't even think that a white person, a white guy, could actually sound like a black guy and move like a black guy and dance like a black guy. And white people loved it. You would think that okay, a white guy with with the afro or whatever he's doing, and with the guitar and dance like a black guy and talking like a black guy, and he's ghetto. White people would not like it. They were like, "Wow, amazing! This white guy acts like a black guy." The only difference with Elvis Presley was his skin color. That was the only difference. But he sounded like a black guy. He talked like a black guy. He acted like a black guy. He dressed like a black guy. And something that you see, what does that remind you of? Eminem. Eminem is a white guy, blonde hair, pale skin, but Eminem talks like a black guy. He raps like a black guy. He thinks like a black guy. He dresses like a black guy. He dresses all in baggy clothes and the hat, and so there has been a history of white males copying black males over the decades, going way back to the 1950s. We black people created country music and rock music was stolen from us by white people. And and now even nowadays you might see white people, white males, white females who are rappers who pretend like they're black, but they're not. And it's kind of they're right now they're copycatting black people. They see what the white people do is they study us. They study our culture, our history. They watch a lot of movies, or they watch our music videos. They obsess with it when they're children. And then they start listening to it when they're children, and they start writing their own music. And a lot of white people who are rappers or singers are influenced by black singers, but they'll never admit it. But yeah, that's what I'm just saying. Elvis Presley, I like his music. He has some good movies, but man, and this has been going on from other black people too. Even Ray Charles admitted that, you know, Elvis Presley was a white guy who stole black people music, and made it his own music and became famous for it. People to this day, people still talk about Elvis Presley. That guy's been dead for decades, and there's actually been talk that Elvis Presley is not dead, that he faked his death. He's dead, but I mean the king of soul, whatever you want to call it. But Elvis Presley is a white guy who stole the moves from a black guy and talks like a black guy and sings like a black guy, but he's white. Mr. J.